Hey Gaffer, back in action at Huish Park this weekend, and you must be buoyed by the positive result from Bristol Rovers on Tuesday as well.
I thought it was a good game. I thought it was a great game for the supporters to come and watch on both sides. I thought the players give everything that they possibly could. Bristol Rovers is not an easy place to go. We've been involved in many battles over the years. It was a local derby. I thought the manner of the game was played like a local derby. Bristol Rovers had a very strong team, and we had one or two great performances from the individuals that have not had regular games, so it's fantastic.
And for those players as well to get a chance, and it's not like a cup match where you're going and playing against young players. It was a strong Bristol Rovers side, and to come away with the result is pleasing for you, but also for those players as well.
I think when you look at the team sheet, Darryl was trying to do everything that he could to possibly win that game. But there's one or two key moments in that game where I thought, as individuals and as a team, the team was very resilient. It was strong. It was a clean sheet. I thought Madison, had a fantastic game, as well as Mugabe, Campbell, Whitfield, all the players that have not played regular games week in, week out. It just gives them an opportunity to be able to show me what they can do, and I thought they come through that with flying colours.
There's a Somerset Premier Cup match last night as well, and Omar Sawumni, Joe Lee, Carl Cott, players who were on the bench at Rovers, obviously didn't feature in last night's match either. Would you be able to explain why they weren't involved?
I think it's the difficulty that I had was certainly the game on Saturday, because as a manager I'm judged on getting wins at first team level, and we've got one or two injuries at the moment, and I think if I took that risk, and over the years I remember Luke Ayling getting sent off in that competition, and we had Andy Williams that I think took a real serious injury. I perhaps would have put myself in a position where I may not have been able to field a bench for Saturday, so I thought the scholars give a good account of themselves. But those games are never easy, and they've gained a lot of experience from that.
Obviously looking ahead to Saturday's game now as well, it's 2 defeats in the league, but last time out at Huish Park was obviously that highly impressive 4-2 win against Cheltenham.
Yeah, we have to remember the last home game, because I thought it was a good performance. To score 4 goals, it was very pleasing to the eye, and we want to make sure we continue that against a strong Wycombe team. I keep saying it every week, every team poses different strengths and weaknesses, and it's not easy now. League 2, I think the level of League 2, and everyone's trying to win at all costs, and we're no different, and the margin of error is very small at times, and the games are in the balance, and it could be to the last 10 minutes. We've got to make sure that we continue our performance, and that the players keep giving everything to try and push where we want to be.
You said the margin of error is so small, and there's so many clubs going for the same things. What's your ambition here with Yeovil? Because it's not a short-term project, is it?
I think when I look at the position that we was in last year, and trying to make sure we secured our safety, that was a big achievement. I knew that was going to be forgotten about. As soon as I come back on the first day, it's almost like you got to crash through a new door. I just feel we need time to build. I've got in younger players that are ours, and that we can develop, and they're gaining experience. Certainly when I look at the players like Bevis Mugabe, as his performance at Everton, and then he has the experience at Doncaster. I didn't expect results overnight, and it is difficult because every supporter up and down the country, whether you're a Chelsea fan or whether you're a Man United fan, you want to win, and I'm no different, and I don't want my team to be no different, but at the same time it's important that I'm not too harsh on the group, because I feel they're giving the club everything. I feel they're trying to be as professional as they can, and we're growing together every day. And for the position that we're in and the cup run that we've had, I feel we're going in the right direction. And the supporters of the ones that I've met face to face, they've been fantastic, and I think at the same time they've been realistic that we're trying to build the club back up again, and I'm afraid to say we're not going to reach the dizzy heights of the Championship overnight. We have to make sure we achieve by unity, and the supporters in the last Cheltenham game was amazing, and I've got to thank them for that support.
You've been making a habit of heading over to the away fans before the last couple of games. What kind of conversations have you been having with supporters?
I think it's just nice to see to speak to them so they can see my face. I think genuinely, they talk about the passion that I've got, and I've been at the club a long time, and I feel, I stood strong and stood the test last year, but I know now it's a completely different challenge, and I feel it's going to be a bit of a bumpy road. It's never going to be straight, and I know the players are trying to do their best to make sure they take this football club back to where it belongs, and the support that we had at Bristol Rovers was fantastic. I was a little bit disappointed for them, really, to travel all that way and not be able to see the penalty shootout for security reasons, and that disappointed me because supporters put in a lot of time, they put in a lot of effort to come and support the club, and they made a lot of noise from start to finish, and I want to have a good cup run for them, because I'm sure, no doubt, if we get far in the competition, we'll start drawing the crowd in.
Obviously, after 3 away games now, it's a chance to get back in front of that home crowd and hopefully provide a performance and a result which they deserve for their support.
We played Wycombe at their place last year. I know Gareth Ainsworth really well. They're a hard-working team. They get the ball from back to front. Everyone knows Bale, the beast. I played with him at Swansea, and you know what threats he's got. I went to watch him in the playoff final, so we know they've got good players that can hurt us, but it's important our players keep their belief, and to go up against the Bristol Rovers team at League One, strong, that have been together, that have got a lot of trust and a lot of responsibility amongst themselves. We stood that test, and we know Saturday will be no different.